Michael Vasquez reporting from the Oceanside International Film Festival. I have Brenda Gillis with the film Living Years, a documentary film, a story about your father and your family. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. So my father, Gail Williams, has been a quadriplegic for 65 years from the result of an auto accident, the day before his 18th birthday. And he is now 83 and is the longest living quadriplegic that we know of on record. And what he has accomplished in his 83 years, but also 65 years of those being in a wheelchair, is just miraculous. And I wanted to tell his story sort of from his daughter's perspective growing up, but also just wanted to encompass everything that he has accomplished and having a family, having a career, his advocacy work, and just wanted to give his voice a story.
It feels to me like his longevity is based on all of the love, and you making this film was a love story to him. I mean, it was like a gift of love to him.
For sure. It's a different perspective, obviously, from a child's view of a person like that, and he was just my dad growing up. So only, I think, as I became an adult and kind of looked back at my childhood, his life, was I able to sort of marvel at everything he's been able to accomplish. And yes, he has his own strong spirit, which has helped him survive this long, but also his faith, his family, his strong will to live has really kept his, has contributed to his longevity, if you will.
It's such a challenge to put a film together, and you're living your life. There's so many other things going on in life, but to focus on a film, I've heard it said that you give a piece of your soul to a project like this because it's so challenging.
So the biggest challenge was finding the footage and pulling it together and editing it to contribute to the actual storytelling part of it. But finding footage, both still footage and video footage of 65-year span of time, you can imagine the depths of where this footage was hiding, if you will. That was really the biggest challenge, and but it really came together, and I think really helped us tell the story.
There's so many moments in life that we don't capture in either film or photograph, but your family captured all these moments, and it really gave you the footage to put this together.
Yeah, when I spoke about wanting to do this project, again, everybody is kind of rolling their eyes like, yeah, right, this is really going to happen. And pulling all the footage together, and then it would lead into another, what about, remember that picture we took, or remember that experience we had? I wonder if we have footage on that. And so it would just kind of morph into additional things we needed, and the story just sort of expanded, where it was like, I'm just going to tell his life story. No. It really expanded from that, It wasn't just telling a story. It was all the little facets of this bigger, larger story,
There are people that are going to be viewing this that have a story that they think, well, maybe I could try this. Do you have any words for advice for them?
My advice, and actually I heard this from another festival, is finish your product. Finish your project and tell the story, either, video it or write it or whatever, but finish it, because there is no better feeling than finishing the project. And look what you can do with it once you finish it. So I tell people, if you have an idea, write it down, see where it goes. Things will start to take a life of their own, but make sure you finish it. It's the most important thing.
Is there a way we can connect with you on social media?
So I have a website, livingyearsfilm.com. I have Instagram, Living Years Film on Instagram. And my email is on both of those, so you can contact me that way.
And are you advocating for more accessibility for the disabled through this film? Is that part of it?
So I have one of the organizations he was involved with, which is called the Independent Living Center. I am now on the board of that location, that Independent Living Center of Southern California. So I'm now sort of carrying the torch, if you will. And so I'm on that board and continuing his work through that organization and other organizations. You know, as they sort of come up, I just jump right in wherever I can help and wherever I can carry his legacy on. And I'm sure it makes him proud.
Oh, I'm sure it does. It's wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for completing a project that you can take to film festivals and show how you were raised, who raised you, and it's definitely a special story.
Well, thank you for screening my film here, and I think these independent film festivals are just key to filmmakers like us, especially first-time filmmakers, to showing our work and getting our work out there. And so I'm very grateful and very appreciative. So thank you.
You're welcome. Do you have any new projects in the works?
So my story, my adoption story, if you will, is probably my next project. And but I'll kind of ride this one out a little bit and start pulling that together. Because again, pulling the footage is all in the project. So we'll see. But that's something I want to work towards in the next maybe year or two.
Thank you so much. Michael Vasquez reporting from the Oceanside International Film Festival.